Now, the state offered several solutions for this problem, and one of them was to accept the scores for any standardized test in literacy or mathematics. I really like that idea, and I like that idea because now you're saying to the kids, if you're college bound, then we will accept those scores. And so now they kind of refocus the kids. But I think one of the problems with that is that you need support, academic support, instructional support, and somebody has to pay for the test. So, when we're talking about our urban kids, who's going to provide those monies to ensure that they have that opportunity? So that's the drawback. But what would the NAACP recommend that the New Jersey state education do to solve this problem?
Well, there are a few things. I would say, number one, why should our graduation hinge solely on the passing of a test? Like Mr. Harris said, I was on the school board for 12 years, and the New Jersey Department of Education was supposed to implement this portfolio graduation assessment. Not done. So a portfolio assessment would also evaluate projects, your classwork, other testing history, aside from this one standardized test. And then we could have a general idea, because in my mind, it's no reason if a student is scoring significant on an SAT and then not to pass the HESPA or the SRA or this alternative high school assessment, then there's something wrong to me. There's something wrong. And if they can score well on the ACTs, and even the if they've taken advanced placement, and if they've already taken college placement testing, then to me there's something wrong. So we need to look at the whole child.
Right.
We can't just capture one segment and say that's it, you can't read and you can't write. Then we have to analyze what's wrong and we have to fix it. But I think that additionally we have to put ourselves in a place to start calling the New Jersey Department of Education and holding them accountable. That Commissioner of Education, Brett Schindler, and Willa Spicer, and let them know that this is not acceptable to us. And then we have to start demanding, and the NAACP, along with New Jersey BIC and Our Children, Our Schools, and Educational Law Center, we need to start this dialogue, and we need to start demanding from them that we are the stakeholders, we are representing our communities, our children, our schools, and we expect better than what has happened here, and we're not going to tolerate this, and we have to work together as a team to solve these problems and these issues.
Yeah, I like that response.
Of course, the long-range problem is to make sure that the children are getting the academic skills that they need in order to graduate, pass tests, and be competitive in the job market as well as in college. For the immediate, the students need to be given an opportunity after mentoring and coaching to take the test and pass it by August so that they can continue their progress.
Right.
That's the immediate. The second thing, as Ms. Sanders said, for those students who have already been accepted, come on. If Rowan University looked at the transcript and says, we believe that we can educate this child, and by the way, that's what colleges do. They only accept those students that they believe honestly that they can educate and graduate. If they've made that assessment based on what's in front of them, let's figure out a way to get that student from high school to college. EOF has existed for 40 years. We've taken exactly these type of students, and we've graduated thousands of them all over this country. So this isn't new.
Okay.
This isn't new. But the deal is we've got to demand a high-quality education for all of the children all over the state, and it ought to be done with public monies in public schools and not by vouchers.
Okay. All right.